Hello. Hi everyone, welcome. Hi Abby, Pamela, Kimmy, Nightbot, Sherry, Robin, Evelyn, Diane, Amy, Marilyn, Dorothy, Kenny, Miranda. I'm just going down the thing here. Kelly, hello. Dorothy, I did say depending on the brand, but probably the smoother side would be better. You might find the rough side will be extremely hard to blend, and it will take you a lot longer. Shadow. Linda, hello. Momo, hello. Rhea, hi. Anna, hi. Welcome. Shadow, hello. Terralyn, hi. Welcome, guys. You're so cute, little girl. And you're upside down, you know. You're upside down. Ugh, attack me. Attack of the killer kitty. Yeah, I don't trust you. You would kill me. Oh, you look so sweet on camera. Little do they know. Little do they know. Hey? Are you? Butt. Excuse the butt. That's rude. Family friendly channel, madam. Get your butt out of the camera. Oh, you're so cute. Yes, you are. Hi, Zeely. Welcome. Belinda, is a cat a thing? No. She's a little miniature person, aren't you? Yes, you are. Grumpy guts. So, Evelyn, is it Ev? Is that how I would shorten your name? Ev? I'm going to say Ev. It wouldn't be Eve, would it? I don't want to get it wrong. And that was a cute belly, but get it out of my face. She's such a brat. Oh, everyone's giving you hugs, Shadow, on camera. Oh, to you too. Get off, you're wrecking my picture. Yeah, Ev. Okay, cool. And Ev's name previously was Cat, by the way, for those that don't know. Oh, hello. Look at this little face. Look at this little face. You're very cute. You're very cute. Yes. Yes, you are. Are you a miniature person? Are you a human in there? No, grumpy human if you are. You're grumpy human. Yes. Yeah, I love you too. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Arlene. Welcome. Alright, guys. So, if you would like to get the image with the 50% off discount, the discount is only available for the month of October 2020. So, if you're watching later, I'm sorry, but there is no discount unless Sarah already has a discount in her store at the time, of course. So if you would like to get it, the link is in the description down here. Also, it's in the chat box over here. No, you don't need to print the dark one. You could do the line art version if you want. They are slightly different. I was looking at them the other day, but very similar. You can also get both of them at the 50% off. So you can get the line art or the grayscale, or you can get the both. There's a link for both of them, and they're all in the description there. So if you want to get both of them, the line art and the grayscale, you could do that too. So yeah, the discount is a 50% off, so it's half price, so that's awesome. A big thank you to Sarah. I'm going to say Richter. I don't know if that's even right, but the rich part is first, so it could be Richter. Richter? I don't know. I've never actually asked her, and I probably should. That would be good, wouldn't it? Now, I apologise if you tried to get the image before I updated the discount code. Sarah and I had a conversation before the event, and we decided to start the discount before October started for those that wanted to get in early. And I changed the discount code changed because of that. So sorry if it didn't work, but it will work now. Oh my goodness, Shadow. Now I need tape or something to get all that fur off my desk. Oh dear. Painter's tape comes in handy for so many things. Alright. Also today, we're going to do a giveaway. So hang around and we will do that. Just getting rid of some of that fur because it gets up my nose. I'm not allergic to it, but it just gets up my nose, you know? She's molting because summer's coming. We're in spring, so she's getting rid of all her winter fluffies. Alright, get rid of all that hair. Ew! Alright, so what other questions were there? Do I need to print the dark one? No. I brought it, had my cat forever. Cannot wait to see what B does with it. Change from cats play art because there are so many cats. It was getting confusing to me. Plus now I tie in with my Facebook and Instagram better. Yay! This image is so cool. La 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 la. Diane's like, oh, you were cats? It's Richter. Oh, thank you, Dorothy. It is Richter. I'm never sure. Cool. It's Richter. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. I'll put it down on my list so I don't forget. Whatever bee touches is beautiful. I don't know about that. Very excited to see what you do with this image, and my cats get up to my nose too. Hi, Angela. Hi, Kira Lee. I have a funny comb thing too. It brushes from like under the pelt and gets rid of all that shitty, crappy hair. Excuse the language. But do you know what? She likes it for a little while and then she starts attacking the brush. So I can only do it for a minute. I should get some presents. Oh, Ev. Cool. Happy mail. Very exciting. I'm still waiting for my Inktense palette, the second set. I'm gonna email them later today and say, come on, give me my money back because I still haven't got it and it's been like 2 months. Hello, Helen. Welcome. she's pretty good, Kirley, but she's just so feisty. She's a feisty kitty, and you know, we could chase her around the house to do it, but you should see her when she was little. We can't clip her claws anymore. She's full on heavy, like 6 kilos or something like that, and we can't. She has so much strength. We can't hold her to clip her claws, so she doesn't get clipped claws anymore. She's got claw things and she pulls them off herself, so yeah. Anyway, we're going to colour this beauty. Now, I decided, because purple's my favourite colour and I really do like horses and unicorns, so I thought we'd do purple. Dark purple, black colour. Dark purple black colour. Everyone says, what is that? Now, it's going to take us a little while because there's a lot of fur and we want to use a little bit of texture in here. If I zoom in a little bit down here, you see these little texture lines? I want to try and capture some of that today. I don't want it to sort of look too smooth. I want to put a little bit of texture. So we're going to try to attempt that. But we want him to look shiny as well. And I've named him because I can. Don't know why, but it's a him. Okay? Okay. Maybe because my horse was a he and I'm just used to saying that. Who knows? I don't know. My horse, my unicorn horse. Alright. I couldn't even take Shadow to the vet. I don't think. She's full on crazy cat. Full on crazy cat. Like, just holding her is hard. Hi Michelle, welcome. So anyway, we're going to do that today, and I'm going to use Prismacolors because last month we used teasers. The month before that we used, I don't remember, did we use Polychromos? These months just fly by, you know, and 1 month is blending into a year, I tell you. We used our teasers for Jan. What did we use the month before? I don't remember what image we did. That's how bad my memory is at the moment. Gosh. Oh, Laura. Did we use Polychromos for Laura? We did. And I think the month before that we used Prismacolor for Nell's image. No, for Lisa's image. So yeah, we're kind of doing a bit of a swap and change around. Bit of fun. Okay, so Sarah, all of her details are in the description. She couldn't make it because she's moved house and she was tired, and that's fair enough. Busy peoples. My cats are very loving until I pull out the nail clippers. Well, my cat's not loving at all, but sometimes when she feels like it. I named him because I can. Him. I named him a him. It's a him. It's a him. That's his name. Although my horse's name was Tequila. We called him Tiki for short. Tequila Sunrise. He was a Palomino. Couldn't call him Tequila Sunrise. He's a moon. We could call him Moonshine. Mississippi Moonshine. Ah, dear me. Alright, what am I after? My colours. What did I do? Alright, so the colours that I'm using today. Also in the description there's a link to my Patreon post with the colour list and also some conversions to some other brands. Prismacolor, Black Widow, Shapir Faber and Holbein, Pablo's. I'm thinking about changing my colour list to get rid of maybe Holbein and add in some Arteza. I haven't decided yet. I'm in, you know, because I can't fit all of them on a colour list. It's just too many. There's too many. Too many to choose. Honey Cantina. Shadow's only loving during streams. Alright, so we're going to be using black PC 935, dioxazine purple hue PC 132, lilac PC 956, cool grey 90% PC 1067, cool grey 20% PC 1060, I should say 1060, white PC 938, and I may use my colourless blender. I'm going to use the pencil one because it's got a bit of a point, but you could use the full blender as well to use. I'm having a moment. Hi, Rosalind. Welcome for your first time. I was going to say something. Oh, that's right. I've just mentioned the weekend. Don't forget we've got the Spooktober Colorathon starting tonight. Well, it's tonight for me. It might be tomorrow for you guys. I don't know. It's already Friday here, so it starts late tonight. I can't remember what time our first streamer is for me. But it's very exciting. A whole weekend of spooky Spooktober images to colour. And Sarah's included. She has one in Spooktober as well. I went shopping. I'm going to attempt to do a palette knife painting. So I got some palette knives. How cool are these? Sorry, I had to show you. I got it in the mail yesterday. I'm going to do some painting. Very exciting. Are you all set? I don't know. I didn't even think of snacks actually. Yeah, I'm doing the first image I'm going to do is by Matt Davidson, and I'm doing the vampire. I don't know her name. The vampire. I don't know her name. I'll just color her. She's like a vampire queen or something. And I don't even know what I'll be using. Probably pencils, maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided. Have not decided. See, this is how organized I am. I'm just winging it. Is that what I always say? I'm just winging it. Meow. Matt Davidson, I'm doing the first day. The second day, I'm going to do Ennis, Guerrero. I always say it wrong. Elaine usually corrects me. Ennis. And on the Monday, I'm doing Katarina, and I don't know how to say her last name, so I'm not even going to attempt it. I think it is, Diane. Winging it is my style. I always do a pretty good job when I wing it. Oh, awesome, Tara Lynn. Awesome. Isn't that right, Linda? Wing it style. I'm on at midnight, am I? Oh, yes, because I'm on later in the afternoons on the weekends. Except for Monday. Monday is my normal time. It is, it is. Alright, before I do anything with colour, I'm going to just go in and just put some white in some of these highlight areas because I really want to keep them. So I am just going to, we'll just start on the top of the face here, I think, first. Just come in and add in some white. It's very hard to tell if I've actually put white down, but I'm going to attempt to put it in all the areas I need. I'm going to use this grayscale to my advantage. I will use a paint pen or gel pen as well to add in a few little highlights and details too. So that will be fun. I love my paint pens and gel pen. So good. Just gently going around all of those highlight parts and adding in some white. Now you can see there's like texture on the face and it all goes down, so we're going to use little flicks of colour and going to go down in that direction or up depending on where you are on the face, of course. Yeah, Robin, I didn't like it that much. It's really thick too. I have got the General's white charcoal. It's, I don't know, I'm not all that fussed on it. I do have it, but yeah, not that fussed on it. It's alright for some projects. And you know what, I think it'd be good for After Effects too. I haven't tried it for After Effects. It might be a nice idea. Maybe. It's funny how we all have our little things that we like. Mine is the Caran Full Blender. That's one of my favorite little tools that I use all the time. So yeah, I've just gone over with a white pencil and just added a little bit of white into all of those sections. You blew the schedule up and print it on legal paper so I can see who is on when. Oh, good idea. Ah, thanks, Amy. Guerrero. You only recently started colouring and never with grayscale. Things I should be aware of. Yes, not all grayscales are grayscales. No English today. Not all grayscales are created equal. Is what I was trying to say. Some grayscales are coloured digitally and some are done really well and some are frustrating to me. Words are hard. You are right, Sherry. I don't know how I do this because they are hard for me. Anyway, I love grayscales that have been made from an original image. So this one is being created from one of Sarah's original images and just turned grayscale. Those are the kinds that I like. So I love it when Christine Caran does hers. She shades hers like she was coloring it, which I really love. I love some of Yana Prosperina's grayscales. They're actual grayscale copies of her original images, which come up absolutely beautiful. I love coloring them. So that's my preference. I like that they've been colored and then changed to grayscale. I get a little frustrated with some that have been digitally colored gray. It just doesn't sit with me sometimes. Sometimes they've done really well. Sometimes they're colored digitally and then turned grayscale, which is a little bit different again. But all right, so I've got some lilac. I really love Christine Caran, Yana Prosperina, Enes Guerrero. I like quite a few of Naleke Shoemakers. I like quite a few of Sarah's grayscales. What other grayscales have you got? Oh, Linda Ravenscroft, of course. I'm probably forgetting someone. Jennifer Zimmerman. There's the English again. Yeah, I agree, Angela. And the shadows aren't always necessarily in the right spots. Alright, so we're going to come over the dark areas now, and I'm going to flick out into these lighter areas with the lilac. And we're just going to try to cover up the darker spots. So just pushing in. I'm not going to cover over the really black stuff because that would be a waste. We're going to cover over that with black later. But the lighter grey areas, I'm going to come in with the lilac and just carefully mark those grey sections now. Just coming in and just leaving a few lines and textured areas. They're already there in the grayscale. If you're doing the line art, you're going to have to create your own. Yeah. Oh yes, Grazi, Salvo and Monya. Oh, Monya. Monyas are awesome. Oh look, I love so many. See, I don't mind printing them dark. I don't mind them dark. Oh, Jasmine Beckett Griffith, is that how you say it? She has her Patreon page. She gives a line art and a grayscale, and all her grayscales are copies of her original images turned grayscale. Fantastic. I love them. Just love them. You don't have to give me super chats or send me gifts, but thank you. You're a patron. Well, you're mini me. I love that, Amy. Thanks, Ev. Are they different? I didn't even know there was different versions. I don't know. Is there different versions? I don't know. Tara Lynn, thank you. Aww. We're up to a zingin' start with lemons again. Oh, thanks, Amy. I'd like that. Let me just open in a new window. Let me have a look. Carolyn hugs. Ah, Rosalind, thank you. The Gothic version. I don't know. Have a look. I have the version that's linked, I think, in the description. The one that's just there that we just put in chat. I'm going to open them all, alright? Just so I can see. I thought there was only 3 different listings. I didn't realize there was any other listings. There's a full unicorn. I'm just flicking through now. I know that the line art is slightly different. I can only see the 3 listings. Okay, I can't see any other. Mine is a light grayscale. Oh. Oh, yours is the line art version. The line art version? Hang on, let me just... Okay. Yep. I think I can see what you've done. Let me just print it. Let me just bring it up on the screen. Okay, so there's 2 different versions. One is I don't know if you can see my finger here. This side. This side is the dark grayscale. That's taken from, like, it's been turned from her original to grayscale. This side is a line art version, so it's slightly different. So she's rendered the line art version either first or after she's done the original, and then she's done. So there's this one here. You can print it in a lighter or a darker version. So this is actual grayscale. This is like semi-line. This is more line art, I would say. It's semi-grayscale. Like, it's got a bit of grayscale, but not. Yeah. Does that make sense? Aww, Terralyn. Okay, cool. Awesome. Happy birthday. It's your birthday gift to me. Aren't I supposed to give you birthday gifts? Oh, thank you. Alrighty. Let's keep going. Still using lilac. Now there are some areas that don't have texture. They're just sort of smooth colour. So I'm going to colour those with just a flat pencil. No sort of texture. Just lightly covering over those areas. And then when I get to texture again, I'm just making sure I put a couple of those lines in there so that we get that texture we're looking for. Now in here, there's shadow. What are you into? Oh, goodness me. Brush. You can approach it the same way. It's just that you're not going to have the guidelines. So you'll just need to kind of follow the same direction that we're going. I think they did have slight guidelines. So you can see where the darker areas are. She's done that for us or for you. So just follow those dark lines. That's where you're going to put the darkest color. and just try to sort of fiddle it in. You can do it. I know you can. I've seen your work. Give it a go. So just following those lines, even if you don't put any texture in and you just follow the guide to start with and then add a little bit of texture as you're doing your last layers. Layering is good. Oh, I'm using mixed media paper today. I had to order some more and I couldn't find this size, so I had to get big size, but I might see if I can crop them and do half-sized pages. That'd be a good size actually, but this is what I'm using. This is the mixed media, Strathmore mixed media vellum surface paper. This is the lighter weight one. It's only 190 GSM, so it goes through most printers. Most printers won't take over that. Mine will take the thicker one as well, but it's pretty cool. I love this paper. As I said though, been hard to get, and that's probably just because of the epidemic, you know. Pandemic, is it? Pandemic? Whatever. COVID. Uh-oh. You wanted to start the weekend off right. Awesome. Oh, 74. Congratulations to Amy's mum. Alright, we're looking good. It's a very gentle, soft colour right now. And you know what? I think we could possibly get rid of some of that glare off there. Nope. Nope. I tried. Didn't work. I probably made it worse. Hello. Yeah, no, that did not work. Doesn't matter. Hubby's going to make me a board so I can lift it just slightly and get rid of some of that glare off the paper. Well, I asked him to go to Bunnings and get me some stuff so I could do it. But he'll do it. Because he's a jack. Jack of all. Evelyn and I have started a new craft group, and I'm trying to get Cam to join Ev so that he can share his knives. I said it's a craft, it's a hobby, come on. So I'll get him to try and get him to post up some of pictures of his pretty knives that he's made. Meow. Meow. What are you sooking about in there, madame? She's like, oh, she's so noisy, my cat. She's full on vocal all the time. Okay, how's that looking? It's very light. It would be, Helen, I agree. Oh, that's a good idea, Arlene. They make too much noise. I want something that's quiet for you guys. Big thank you, Tara Lynn, for your super chat. It's just sitting there up the top, almost ready to go. Oh, you're a twin? Cool, when you're 50 you'll have a 100th birthday. My dad and I had a 100th birthday. I was 40 and he was 60. It was cool. Shadow, come on. Stop that, noisy. She's in the bathroom. She might want water or something. She does that. So give me something. I want my litter changed. I want my water filled. Something. So I'm doing little lines where there's little lines, and I'm just shading where there's shading. I might have to go see what she wants, I think, because she's not going to shush. No. Needy kitty. Bossy kitty. Diane. Oh, Angela. Okay, cool. So what's this Forge by Fire? Is that like a knife making thing, is it? I might have seen something like that. Do they test the knives and things? Just a little bit of texture down here. Now I started with the light so that I didn't go into the light too much with the dark colours because it is easy to get carried away with the dark colours, and I want to make sure I've got plenty of light colour in here too. So just starting with them, it's giving me a little bit of a base to work around. No worries, Leslie. Thanks for coming now. It's a knife forging competition show. Oh, wow. Cool. Kenny, are you talking about the color blends or the swatch chart? Coming up the top here, there's a little bit of texture here, but not a lot. Just a couple of flicks in to those light areas. Now I've still left those dark areas because I'm going to add dark colours in there. We're going to add some grey in here as well, light grey, just to blend off some of that purple so it's not quite as bright. I want it still to look kind of dark. So yeah, we'll do that. Alright, I'm going to leave the ear for now. Hi, Shelley. The swatch chart. Oh, I'm not... What's wrong with my swatch chart? Is it not right? Alright, we're going to move on. I'm just going to go... I think she gave up. I think she gave up. Alright, we're going to start with black. It's so different. I don't understand. You need to explain. Please explain. Alright. I've got black. Black velvet. I can't believe it's been 45 minutes already. Time flies and we've done this tiny little section, which is not even finished. Oh, okay. Well, look, if you have any questions, please do ask, because I'm not sure, yeah, if they're wrong or there's something spelt wrong or something, I can fix it and re-upload it, because I have had that already. Alright, so with the black, we're just mainly doing shading, but I'm going to try and stick to the direction that the fur is going in. I'm just going to lightly shade the darkest parts. I say lightly shade, I'm putting hardly any pressure down. If you're having trouble with pressure, try turning your pencil so it's laying more horizontally. So that's my paper. I'm laying more horizontally, colouring sideways rather than having a point like that. I'm just shading the dark areas. Now you might ask, what's the point of shading those dark areas when they're already so black? Well, the reason is that we want the pigment to go nice and smooth, and we want the colour to go on nicely and blend nicely, and to do that you need pigment on the paper. So you've got to have waxy, pigmenty stuff on the paper for it to blend. So that's why we still come in with black, and also I want it a lot darker than that. Hi Renee! Did you buy the Spooktober images? Spooky Spooktober! Okay, I'm going to do very lightly into some of these darker areas. Around the eye. Just a couple of areas in those shadow areas there. I'm not really doing any texture here though, we're just shading. Just shading in the direction that the fur is going now. Adding some shadows under my chains. Chain them up. All right. Oh, popcorn. Who's having popcorn? Ah, I'll have some, thanks. Yes, plus a few others. Yeah, there's a couple of Matt Davidson ones I've put in my cart, and a couple of Monya's ones I've put in my cart. Oh, good, Shelley. Well, we're doing purple black, but if you weren't doing purple, you just use black and grey. Hi, Trish. Hi, Dawn. Welcome. And a big welcome to anyone else that popped in while I had my head down there. I've got some 90% cool grey. I'm going to come over the top of that. And I'm going to come in a little bit further into some of these areas. Just a wee bit. Still shading. And shading in the direction the fur's going. And very lightly coming out over some of those darker areas. I want him purple, but I want the purple to be more like a bit of a glow, I guess. So he's black, but he's purple. He changes color. Watch the magic happen. So we're building up the pigment in the dark areas now, as well as the mid-tone areas. And obviously we're doing section at a time, so then that we don't get too overwhelmed and stressed by it. Alright, now we're going to go in with the purple. Hi Elaine, we were talking about you before, lovely. Good things, good things. I was saying how you always correct me when I say Ernest's name. Anyway, I've got Oxazine Purple Hue, and we're going to need to do a little bit of texture here. So we're going to use this to create a little bit more texture on the very edges, so coming into those light areas. So just using some little lines or flicks to shade. And in the direction of the fur, if you can. Kind of changes direction on the face a little bit. Kind of through the midsection there, it might split off into another direction, and I think we need 4 colours in this. I think if we stick to purple and yellow, that could be a problem. I'm thinking maybe we might do purples and blues. So on a colour chart, which is not here, I went to get my colour chart out, which is not here. Someone's run away with it. Probably me when I was sorting out all of my craft stuff. I've run away with it. Anyway. I'll use my phone, eh? This is the paper I'm using. Thinking we might use these colours, purple, violet. It's like violet, and blue maybe. Anyway. What's news? I miss the news. Oh, Lulu, awesome. Good news. Yeah. Everybody who has a cold has to get a test, eh? Let's zoom in back in a bit. Actually, I'm just going to zoom back out a bit because I'm bending my paper. So I got those dioxazine purple hue. What a name, hey? Shading. Little bit of texture. Covering over covering over all of the black. And also, I'm just going to use this just to do a couple of those lines through there as well. So I haven't added anything to the grayscale. I've just gone over the lines that were already there and just re-colored them, basically, in my color. I want to cover over all of the grey, all of the paper if we can. Except for the exception where you want to leave white bits, you might not want to go over that, but I still use a white pencil usually in those sections. Elaine, I have been because I find that most people can get it or some form of it, and I can use it with pretty much anything. So if I decide to do the background in marker, I can do that. If I decide to use watercolor, I can do that. Like, it gives me a little bit more options when it comes to using mixed media. I do like Neenah, but I do struggle. I can't use any water products on Neenah. It's very temperamental with water. It pills and goes all weird and wrinkly and strange. But Neenah is pretty good with markers and pencil. So it's hard to find a happy medium sometimes. But this medium's quite happy for me. It's a bit of everything. I can use a bit of everything pretty much. Like I wouldn't, if I was just doing watercolor, I would pick my watercolor paper. But for Trish, we have pears and lemons today. Very cute. Thank you so much. Everyone give Trish a hug. Anyway, I was babbling about paper then, wasn't I? This is a happy medium, so yeah, I have been using it a lot. If I was exclusively doing watercolor, I would choose watercolor. If I was exclusively using marker, I might use Neenah paper. Just depends. because I don't really know what I'm going to do in the background for this, definitely using this is a good idea. I might want to use pastels or something. I don't know yet. It's a pretty dark background, and I do think pencils would be... I can use pencils, but I find sometimes it wastes the pencils, and it takes so long to do sometimes all pencil. So yeah, try to do stuff that's easier for you guys, quicker and effective, of course. Looking good. All right, now it's quite... Yes, Elaine, exactly. It is good layering. I have two visual journals. Amy, I've got a watercolor one and a mixed media vellum surface one. I love them. Great. They're great. Yes, Sherry, all the videos stay up. They do take some time to process, so if you come back and it's saying not available, it's just processing, and sometimes, usually you can watch parts of it back but not the whole lot until it's processed. Sometimes it only takes 10 minutes or so for it to come up. Sometimes it can take all friggin' day. What's with that? I don't know. I do not know. Alright, I think I'm pretty happy with the amount of depth that we've got and the amount of light that we've got. Now I'm going to start to add an extra layer on top of that in a sec, but before I do that I'm going to use some cool grey 20%. And I'm just going to come in over those light areas and add over the top. This is going to start to smooth out because we're adding so many layers now. So just coming in over the top of the light purple or the lilac, just flicking into the white areas, just getting it slightly off white, so it's not just white, it's got a bit of grey in there as well. And also it's just muting off that lilac a little bit so it's not quite as bright. Lilac is such a bright colour. There's not a lot of muted colours in the Prismacolor set. They're all quite bright and full on. Just trying to keep my texture by going in the direction that the fur is going in. And just going over those light areas, so the lilac-y areas. And you'll notice that the paper will start to flatten off now too, in some of those areas. So up here especially, this is not actually white up here, it's lighter, but it's not white. It's still quite dark. It's just giving us a little bit of a reflection or a hint of the shape of his face. Night, Michelle. Thanks for dropping in. Amy, don't worry about it. It's fantastic that they've given us a month to get them all too. Like, you know, you've got time. It's not, the discount doesn't just last for the weekend, which I think we did for the last one we did, February maybe, or May, I can't remember. But I think having the month-long discount is a much better idea, especially for you guys. It's starting to, Elaine. It's getting there. A knee replacement? Oh no. Elaine, you've been in bed for so long. Alright, let's go. Let's start with the darks again. Black. This time I'm going to put a little bit of pressure down. Just a little. I don't want to push down the tooth yet, but I want to get some depth, so I'm going to I don't want to break my pencil. You know what? It's a habit of mine. It'll probably snap anyway. Coming around that jewelry on his face. You can see where I've added this extra layer. It's looking nice and deep and dark. I think it's time for a giveaway. What do you guys think? You can't colour. I'm the same, Ev. I can't do it either. Don't worry about it. Diane, it will, once we go back over it again with white, those things will blend off. Don't stress. Mine's still scratchy too. Like, there's still scratchy texture all over mine. So, who would like to win their choice of digital image from Sarah Richter, Richter's Etsy shop? You must be able to print, obviously, because it is a digital image. Your choice. I will need email address to be able to send that info off to Sarah, so your info will be transferred to her. The word didn't want to come out then. Me. Hi, Karen. Welcome. I've got 20 or more of hers in my cart, Amy. You're funny. Hi, Joanna. Welcome. Hi, Della. Welcome. Hi, Pamela. Did I get you before? Alright guys, so there is a code word. Nightbot is going to decide who the winner is. And we've started a new month, so everyone can join. Why not? Why not? Raya's back. Good. Hi, Selena. Hello. You feeling better? Alright, guys. The code word. I figured that since it's October, it's a month of darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. No, I don't think it's a face in the eye. It's just like a reflection up the top. Anyway, it's pretty cool. So the word is darkness. Darkness. If you would like to win, you need to pop that code word in. I want to see all of your names on my list. Pretty please. I've got a couple already. That's racing up in numbers. It's racing. Look how little my black pencil is. I mean, it's dying. I hope I have a spare black pencil actually. Now I've just said that. I should have. I've got a whole pile of spares. I went through and picked out all the little pencils I had and did an order. Ordered some of my most popular colours that I know will run out sooner than others. Isn't it funny that purple is one of those? Why do I like purple so much? Hello darkness, my old friend. I've got that song in my head. I love it. It's one of my favourite songs. The Sound of Silence. I think the original was Simon and Garfunkel, but I love the Disturbed version of it. Disturbed is a heavy metal screaming band. But this particular version of the song is amazing. Alright. Oh, Helen, have a good rest up, sweetheart. Hi, Megan. Welcome. I know, isn't he, Amy? I just love his voice. It gives me goosebumps and makes my heart pound every time I listen to it. It's so amazing. Angela. Alright guys, I have 29 people. There's 50 of us in here. Anyone else want to join this giveaway? You must write in there darkness to be entered. Kenny. Pentatonic's version is pretty good. I've heard that too. I still like Disturbed better. Momo, yay! Love it. Hi Pam, I didn't see you earlier. Welcome. Make sure you write in darkness if you would like to win your choice of digital image from Sarah's Etsy store. Awesome. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. My daughter loves pentatonics. Faith, she's totally into pentatonics. One of her favorites. I've got 31 now. I'm waiting. I'll give it a couple more minutes before we draw it. Alright, that was black. We're going to come back in with 90% cool grey over the top of the black. Really starting to get some depth in here now. Starting to lose some of our scratchiness in there as well. Just becoming a little bit smoother. Gradually. Don't get too gung-ho and try to blend it all and make it all flat straight away, because you'll have trouble getting nice depth and colour. Angela. Do you know what? Last night I was sitting doing my miniature. I was making a miniature cupboard for Jimmy's studio is what I'm doing at the moment. And I don't know if you guys all know who High Five is, right? High Five is a children's, you know, like the Wiggles and things like that. Hey, do you guys know who High Five is? I'm sure you do. We do here in Australia, but I don't know. But anyway, I was making my little cupboard, which is not quite finished yet. I've got to put all the trimmings on yet. And high five. 1, 2, 3, 4, high five. Kids show, you know, come on, you know it. Anyway, they had this song and it was in my head last night. I know every Wiggle song too. And High Five, all the older High Five songs. Anyway, there was a song, so many animals, set them free. It was in my head last night. I was doing my little miniature. Funny. I don't know where it came from. Anyway. I do too. Linda. All High Five and Wiggle songs in my brain still after how many years? I mean, they're adults, right? Alicia's 21 and I'm still singing High Five songs now. Goodness me. And Wiggles. I don't know any of the new Wiggles stuff, but all of the stuff from like 15, 20 years ago, yeah. Even now, when we say, we're talking with the Wiggles actually, even now when we're talking about getting a drink. Drink some water. Tastes so good for you. Anyway. Wake up, Jeff. It's so funny. Starting to get really nice colour now. I'm just going to flick a couple of flicks through there. Still see our really nice light areas. We're losing a little bit of our lilac, but that's okay. We're going to come back in with that in a minute and redo some of that. Alright. Wiggles, car, guitar, and talking Captain Feathersword. I loved Captain Feathersword. I had a crush on him. Nothing about High Five? Really? Sound of Silence meant. Oh, it is intense. Sound of Silence is intense. But this particular song is one of my favourite versions of it. Alright, so we've got dioxazine purple hue. And we're going to start in the dark, coming over the black and the grey. And you can see now that it's starting to smooth off really nicely in that area. You can probably see if I shine the light on it there. It's starting to look a little bit shinier. I know so many children's things. I did a class with both of them. Music and rhymes, and I love music and dance. It's just one of the things that I like. It's funny, I don't listen to music as much as I used to. You know, it has to be good quality sound or my ears play up. It's just weird. I think it's just part of my hearing loss over the years. And because it gets too frustrating for me, I end up turning it off. Looking good. Oh, good. Joanna, good. Oh, I'm sorry, Elaine. Did you do the drawing yet? Oh, no, I haven't done it. Good question. Oh my gosh, don't leave. I forgot all about it. Thank you. I'm about to do it. I am about to do it. Let me do it. Wait, let me find. Alright, here we go. Are you ready? And I rolled it. You must have known, Sherry. Oh my goodness, congratulations, Sherry. That's funny. You must have had like, I don't know, ESP today. That's so funny. Congratulations. Oh dear. I wonder if it's because you were the last person to talk before I pushed Nightbot. Oh. Curious. I don't know how it works. It's just supposed to be random, so. I have noticed some people's names do come up more often than others. I think we did one when we were doing Lisa's. There was one we did and the same person won 2 weeks in a row. We had to remove that person off the list. And we had one where someone didn't even write the word in and they won, and they're like, I can't print it, so I it's like, okay, this is just random. Sorry, I've got wiggle songs in my head. I can't concentrate. Oh dear. I'm just coming over all of the black and the grey. Oh, how boring is this colour along going to be? We're going to do the same thing next week on the rest of it. We haven't even finished the face yet. No. Yeah, I did think that it would take us a little while to do. And we want to get nice fur. We don't want to just have, you know, straight coloured. You know, we want to add some texture in here. make it interesting to look at, hey? I'm really covering up some of these lighter areas now too. They're starting to build in. As I said, I want them lighter, but some of them were just really to show the shape of his face. So we still want to add some colour in there. How's he looking? He's looking pretty darn good. Pretty darn good today. I don't say so myself, or if I do say so myself. Yeah, that's it. Alright, Sherry, you have to contact me and let me know what image you want. And your email details so I can send it off to Sarah and she can send it to you. How exciting. Alright, looking good. Alright, who's leaving? Who's leaving? Did I see something? Hi, Rochelle. Hi, Dee. I didn't see you there before. Bye, Kimmy. Thank you so much for helping out. You bullied Nightbot. You bribed him. Do this or else. That was so weird. It was weird. It was weird. Alright, now let's get to some light areas. Let's do some lilac again. Whew. Lilac. Remember, coming into these light areas here now, keeping that directional colouring going. There's still little bits of white that I want to keep. And there's some areas like up here where I'm actually coming over now with the lilac. I still want them there, but I don't want them to be white anymore. I just want them lighter coloured purple. I don't want to come over the dark areas too much because I don't want to lighten them off too much. So you can probably come over those grey flicks you were talking about before, Diane, now. With the lilac, just making sure you got some colour in there. But make sure you leave that, you know, that light section as well. Birdies, you're noisy today. There's two nests in the tree at the front. There was one with just these cute little sparrows, like little wren things. Very cute. And now there's sparrows out there as well. So we had wrens and sparrows, both in the same little bunch of trees. Cam's going to actually cut them down on the weekend. Cut them right back because they're fully overgrown. It's so weird. We put this plant in our front yard. My grandfather passed away quite a few years ago now. It's been like 9 years or something. Anyway, we got a whole heap of his plants, and we planted this one nice little tree. It's kind of like shaped like looks like a fountain. Really long leaves, and they kind of grow up and into a fountain like look. Really pretty red colour. Anyway, we decided we'd plant it in the middle of our yard with a couple of yuccas. Yuccas grow really well here. And it took off, like full on took off. It's huge. It was this little pot plant. It's grown into this massive tree. Diane, I can hear you. Alright, so now I've done that, I'm going to add a little bit more cool grey in over the top of that in the light areas. Just a little bit. And then we're going to use some white and just blend it out a little bit. He's looking pretty cool, huh? And he's taken a little while to do. Alright, let's get some smoothness going here. First of all, white. Just flicking from the light areas out and just smoothing off. Oh, he's pretty. Isn't he pretty? Okay. Oh, night. Who's going? Who's leaving? Night, Dee. Oh, I'm sorry, Momo. My bad. Was I in the way? I'm going to use my colorless blender. And I'm just going to blend. And I'm going to stay in the same direction as the pencil. Starting from the light areas. And I'm just going to smooth off all of the paper. And what I'm hoping it will do is, I'm hoping it will give us a little bit of depth in those dark areas. Because we're getting rid of the white paper underneath. I love these blenders. So amazing. Just being careful not to smudge the dark colour into the light. If you can't get the pencil blender, the Caran pencil blender, try the full blender. It's the same thing. And you can sharpen it too. I actually still think I probably prefer the full blender. I think it lasts a lot longer, that's for sure. Just dusting off with my brush. They are. I sharpened them before I started. Elaine. I did. I was very organized this morning and had time to sharpen them. Well, my video was doing its little starter thing. It's good doing that because it gives me that little bit of time to make sure I'm getting organized, and if there was anything I needed I can grab it at the last second. Now on this particular paper I can actually come in over the top of this pencil and redo any areas that I need to redo. So if I want to add a little bit more depth in some areas, I can do that. If I want to add some more light, I can do that too. So it's a pretty good paper and pretty good pencil blender. I'm going to leave the eye for another time. And I'm just going to make sure I try and miss those bits of jewelry and things for later. How's that? Oh, Renee, go enjoy your dinner. It is, Elaine. You can't put pressure on if you've got nice sharp pencils. otherwise you break them. Especially Prismacolors. Good trick. Now, I should be able to see a little bit of texture, like we've got horsehair, and also nice and smooth areas as well, where it's shiny. And I like it, it looks awesome. There you go. How cool does that look? Now, on the picture, there was a couple of spots where there was some white specks. Now, these white specks were kind of up here in this direction. I'd like to add those on so that I can still get that kind of a shimmery kind of look, like it's sparkly almost, I guess. So I'm going to redo those just with, I've got a Jelly Roll pen. This is a number 8. Actually, number 8 should be alright. Maybe I'll do smaller. The number 5. Number 5 Jelly Roll White is actually a 0.3 nib. The number 8 is a 0.5 nib. And then the Uni-Ball is a 1 mil nib. So the Uni-Ball is quite big. So the 0.5 is like tiny little white speckles. I'll zoom in a little bit. And I'm just going to add in some little white. We may have to redo this again later too. White speckles. Make him look kind of sparkly in some of these areas. He's magical after all. Number 5 is alive. Sure is. He sure is. There we go. How pretty. Look at him. He's adorable. It does a little bit, but it looks like it might be like it kind of looks like maybe there's a person standing there. Maybe. We can actually do the eye. Let's do it. Let's do it so that bit's done. I'll probably do it something nice and light, Terralyn. Maybe some blue, purple and white. Okay, white pens. I have a little trick. It's not my trick. I've seen it done before. Other artists use it. Grab a cotton pad. If they're blocked. I use the colorless blender, or you can use alcohol, rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. Just says ingredients are, it doesn't say what the ingredients are, it's just isopropyl alcohol. Contains 640 mils of isopropyl alcohol. It's rubbing alcohol. We use it for you know, cleaning sores and things like that. If they're not working and they're blocked, run it over the alcohol, give it a nice scrub. See how that was actually in the nib, and now my nib is nice and free. Get it inside the nib there and free up all the stuff that might be blocking it. Ah, that'll dry. That'll dry. I was actually going to see if I could do the same thing with one of my Copic pens that wasn't working properly. Felt nib. Oh yeah, that worked. That one wasn't working and it is now. Yesterday I was trying to do something with the black and it wasn't working. So give that a go, and if you're having trouble with it constantly, keep the cotton pad there and use it while you're working. It'll just clean out all the wax and stuff inside the nib. So let me just grab, I'm going to use black. I just want that to dry before I put my picture over it, so it doesn't bleed through my paper and blend out my ink or anything. I've got black. I'm going to do it nice and dark and firm all around the outside. Not too firm that I break my pencil. Just coming over it a few times. Yeah, Pam, you can buy isopropyl alcohol. That I got from the supermarket, from Coles, in the first aid section. Just, though, be wary that if you go down that section in the supermarket at the moment, there's not a lot of stuff there because people went crazy and brought all of the alcohol and you know, all that sort of stuff for sanitizing. So there may not be any there. An alcohol pad is exactly the same thing, Kenny. Yeah. And it would work well. Alright, let's go here with a bit more black. And a little bit here and a little bit here. Let's grab that dioxazine purple. Add a little bit in that middle section there. Grab a little bit of the cool grey 20%. Just add that into the bottom and just on the edge of the black there. And then we're going to use white for the rest of it. Just going over the very edge of that black there a little bit too. Just going to brush that off. And I'm going to use, I need a little bit more. I'm going to use the 90% cool grey just around the edge, just there we go, shaping that a little bit. He's got such a pretty eye, hasn't he? A little bit of white just to blend that top bit up. Alright, now I'm going to use the gel pens. This time I'll use the bigger one because there's a fair bit of white in here. Just here I'm just going to add some white. Highlights, and just on one section there I'm just going to make sure I do a bit of a blob of white just to give it a nice shine. There we go. I'm looking forward to your picture. Cheryl, you're doing Cheryl for the Colour Along, yeah, Karen? I'm so glad you got that. I'm so looking forward to seeing what you do with it. I was so looking forward to it. I know what you're going to do with it now. They do, don't they? Ah, look at him. He's awesome. He's awesome. I'm just grabbing my white. I just want to soften off that edge of the black there at the bottom. Let's get better. Lovely. Alright, so we've done a part of the face. As I said earlier too, if you want to add a little bit more depth in, or you're not happy with how dark the dark areas are, you could go in and add a little bit more black if you wanted to. I actually think it looks pretty good, so we're going to start and move on to the next bit. We've only got 10 minutes, but we may as well start moving, hey. The more we get done, the better. It kind of feels weird posting up my WIP and you get this. This is it. This is what you get. This is it. This is it. This time I know it's the real thing. Alright, so what do we use next? White. White in the light areas first. Just shading. There's a couple of texture lines. I'm just going to follow a couple of them. As you know, up further there, we're going to cover over a fair bit of that anyway, but I just like to put the white in so it's there and I can have that little bit of a base to stop me from going too dark in that area. And I know as soon as I come in with a colour, if it's white, because it is smoother than the other sections, so it sort of deters you from putting too much pressure in and adding colour where you shouldn't. He's a pretty horsey. Unicorn. He's a unicorn. He's a unicorn. Just remember, he's a unicorn. I'm going to do the... Here, that section later. Let's just do this bit for now. Ah, it's weird, isn't it, Pam? I got one this morning. Thanks, Joanna. Thank you, Kenny. Kenny's just posted it up there. I got one this morning saying I was live. Yeah, I know. Just amazing. Using lilac. Shading some areas and doing a little bit of texture in others. So where I can see there's texture lines. Just staying out of the really dark areas again. A little bit of smooth colouring around the nose. A little bit more texture again there. I'm just sort of following the grayscale. If you don't have grayscale, just follow along and add your own little texture lines in roughly the same area. Horse's nose is usually pretty smooth. There's a bit of hair around that bit, but then across the nose the hair's really fine and smooth. They're actually quite cute. Night, Angela. Ah, Rochelle, no problems. Two of my streams are 3 hours, so I think I might have to use pencil. If I use marker, 2 hours will be gone. 3 hours would be too long. I guess it depends on what size I do. So there was a lot of shading on this bit, a little less texture than before. A bit of texture down in the face there, down in the hair and the face. Alright. Night, Arlene. We're finishing up too, so we've got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes we can add in some black into the shadows, I think, and then we'll be done. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this one, and I look forward to getting some more of him done next week. Again, I'll post up the stuff for that the day before, so you guys can just a couple of texture lines there, so you guys can grab the colors the day before and get organized. But we'll pretty much be using the same colors. There won't be any extras yet, not until we finished the body, which will probably take us the whole of next week. So I'm thinking the color list is likely to be the same. I may add colors if I think we get it finished. I will add them if I do. But yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good to go. I think we'll finish up. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I hope you guys can come along and join in. Make sure you check out the schedule. Kenny just posted it before. It's going to be good. And then at the end of the month, we'll do a bit of a party. I think we'll have a few guests and have a party celebrating it. Maybe show off some of those pretty colorings that you've done. I think Shelley's going to put together a bit of a video. So post them up on the event as well. On the page. Very cool. Very cool. Big thank you to Super Chatters today. What did I have? Trish and Taralyn today. And congratulations to Sherry for winning the giveaway. I'm just going to zoom back out again now because I'm finishing up for today. Oh, he's looking so cool. I love him. I'm very excited. He's awesome. I love his eye. It's really freakishly cool. Oh, Ashley, you missed us. Oh, I hope you have a better night now. Melanie, thank you and welcome. Thank you. Thanks, guys. No problems. Thank you. Thanks, Trish. Alright, guys. Have a great night, evening, day, wherever you are. And I will see you tomorrow. I'm sure I'll see you in some of the other streams as well. I think I'm helping Jennifer mod tomorrow. And anyone else I can get in and help out, I'll be there. Thank you, Della. Thank you, everybody. Oh, thanks, Emily. I missed you before. Bye.